The Phillies bullpen is going to play a vital role in the playoffs, and in order to win, they're going to have to start locking in as a full unit. In this video, I will be trying to figure out the roles each member of the bullpen will have and how I expect it to all play out. Subscribe if you haven't yet if you want to catch all my Phillies content from now until the end of the playoffs. After clinching the playoffs and the first wildcard spot last night, we saw a little glimpse of what the Phillies' plans might be for the playoff bullpen. Aaron Nola pitched very well, going into the 7th inning giving up only 1 run. He was relieved by Matt Strahm for the last out of the 7th, and this tells me that the Phillies see Matt Strahm as a middle inning reliever that may face only 1 or 2 batters based on the matchups. He has been consistent all year, so I wouldn't mind giving him an entire inning, which I think will happen if the Phillies have a lead. Craig Kimbrell pitched the 8th inning, and he gave up the 2-1 lead on a home run to Henry Davis. He was hanging curveballs, and his stuff just looked flat overall. Kimbrell has not been himself in his last 2 games, but he has still been one of the Phillies' most reliable relievers. I expect the Phillies to use him in the 8th inning, maybe even the 7th for the playoffs. Jose Alvarado pitched in the 9th inning when the game was tied, but he is going to be the playoff closer, as he has been incredible this season. If he can keep up his command, which he has been in complete control of recently, he will be lights out in the playoffs. Jeff Hoffman also pitched in this game, but I'll talk more about him later in the video. The other high-leverage relievers the Phillies are going to use in the playoff bullpen are Orion Kerkering and Seranthony Dominguez. Dominguez was lights out last year, but this year, he hasn't had the same results. His ERA is under 4 at 3.94, but his WHIP is way up there at 1.44. He has been giving up too many home runs, as well as walking too many guys, but the Phillies still see him as an asset to the playoff bullpen. His stuff is incredible, he just needs to find his command. Once he finds his command, the Phillies will trust him more in the 7th or 8th inning. Kerkering, on the other hand, has just 1 inning of major league experience, but he will be thrown into the playoff bullpen and into high leverage situations. We saw him pitch against the Mets on Sunday night, and he was outstanding in his major league debut. He had the New York hitters looking silly on his devastating slider. Kerkering will likely be pitching in the 7th and 8th innings of playoff games, and he should provide good support to the other guys in the bullpen. In my opinion, I might want to see him take over the 8th inning and slide Craig Kimbrell down to the 7th. Jeff Hoffman has been a very pleasant surprise for the Phillies this season. He was claimed off waivers from the Twins in spring training, and he has pitched to a 2.47 ERA and a .92 WHIP in 51 innings this season. We should expect to see Hoffman get some time in the 6th or 7th inning of these playoff games, as he has been a solid mainstay in the bullpen all year long. He might be the most consistent reliever the Phillies have. Him and Matt Strahm are going to go hand in hand in what they do, both coming in for the starters in either the 6th or the 7th inning. When the Phillies set the playoff rosters, they have to take 2 guys off from the current roster due to September call-ups being over. They will likely remove Rodolfo Castro, who has provided absolutely nothing for this team, and a bullpen arm. The remaining bullpen arms I haven't talked about are Gregory Soto and Dylan Covey. Soto hasn't been good all year, but neither has Covey. If I were to choose one to stay, it would have to be Soto, because he would be the only other lefty in the bullpen other than Strahm. Covey was just an innings eater, but this bullpen won't need that in the playoffs. I don't think we will see Dylan Covey on the playoff roster, and even though we will see Gregory Soto, he won't get into the game unless the Phillies are winning or losing by a lot. For the playoffs, the Phillies will almost certainly move to a 4-man rotation, kicking 2 people into the bullpen. Michael Lorenzen is one of them, as we have already seen him getting used in relief appearances to end the season. The other one is a toss-up, as it would either be Taijuan Walker or Christopher Sanchez. Sanchez was originally the easy choice for the bullpen, but he has done so well in the starting role this year, it's hard to take him out. Walker also hasn't been great this season, making it seem more and more likely that Sanchez should get the 4th starter spot. This leaves the Phillies with a 9-man rotation, including the 2 starters. Jose Alvarado will be the closer, Craig Kimbrell and Orion Kerkering will work in the 7th and 8th inning, Seranthony Dominguez, Jeff Hoffman, and Matt Strahm will come in for the starters in the 6th or the 7th inning, and Gregory Soto will pitch if we are either winning or losing by a lot. Michael Lorenzen will work in long relief, and one of either Christopher Sanchez or Taijuan Walker will also do the same. The Phillies are set up nice with this bullpen. If the starters can do their jobs and go 6 solid innings, it gives the bullpen an opportunity to finish the game. I am confident in what they can do, and in Citizens Bank Park, their electricity will be multiplied. Trust the Phillies bullpen, because they're going to be steering the ship this Red October. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the Phillies playoff bullpen, and if you think they're going to struggle or find success during the postseason. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you want to catch all my Phillies content from now until the end of the playoffs. Also, as I'm recording this, I am 10 subscribers away from 1,000, a number I never thought I was going to achieve. You all have been showing so much support over the last month, and I couldn't thank you enough for that. My birthday is this Saturday, so my goal is to hit 1,000 before then, and I think we can do it. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.